Hello, hello. My name is 12 Gauge. How y'all doing? It's the first time I've gone live on my phone, so I don't know exactly where all the buttons are or anything like that. Tonight's not going to be about true crime. I've had too much stuff going on in the last, I guess, couple of hours. Things like that. So it's just going to be kind of me talking. So if you don't want to really hear any of that, I understand it. Um, I do this from time to time because I learned a long time ago that if you stuff your emotions and you stuff your feelings, it just creates bad karma, bad situations in your life. I'm currently heading out to a safe place of mine. This past Sunday, it's almost like, I don't know, it was so awesome that it's like the evil energy crept its way in somehow. Thank you guys for checking up on me. I'm about to tell you what's been going on. Not only my friend passing away yesterday, but I've been seeing somebody, and that's part of the problem too. It's like, I don't know if you've ever dated anybody that has me syndrome. It's kind of like yesterday I was trying to do the respectful thing, and I came in. I really didn't feel like talking about my stuff because my friend just passed away, man. And I said, look, I'm not trying to be rude, but I really don't feel like talking about it. So I just kind of went to myself and, kind of just was trying to get out of my head. I don't know if y'all do that or not. I don't know if you have that ability to just switch gears whenever something happens in your life. I mean, I can, but I want to feel this. Like, for so many years, as I've told you guys in some of the lives that I've shared, I've stuffed my emotions down, and it caused a lot of bad eruptions at the end. It's like you just stuff it down and you stuff it down, and then you just explode. You just explode, and people are like, "Why are you so mean? Why are you this? Why are you that?" Well, because sometimes you feel like you don't have anybody that you can talk to. Because, like I was just saying, our world is a me. I'm sorry about your bad luck, 12 gauge, but me. I've dealt with that too, and I'm still dealing with it. Blah blah blah. Okay, well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. And then I talk to everybody in this tone right here. I talk to everybody in this tone right here. I don't know if y'all take it as yelling or if my voice is raised. I don't know if y'all do that or not, but I talk to everybody in this tone, and it's not necessarily aggressive. It's just like I tell people, I can't hear very good, so sometimes I talk a little louder so that I can understand what I'm getting out. So it just terrible to feel that anytime you need somebody, anytime you need somebody, they're not there for you. But whenever you need somebody, they're not there for you. And when they need you, you're always there. And it makes you want to just shut down, man. It just makes you want to say, you know what, screw the world, screw people. I'm just going to do me, and I'm just going to go hide out. But I'm not built that way. I'm not built like that anymore. And I have to interact with people. I'm a sociable person. I'm an individual that likes to talk, obviously. I'm one of those people that, man, if something's going on with me, I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna talk to you about it. But the moment that you discount my feelings or thoughts and you start talking about your bad day, Hey, there's a time and a place, right? Give and take. I'm gonna listen to you. But if your bad day was you're watching TV and the TV wouldn't work, and I'm telling you, a close friend of mine passed away. So don't compare in my mind. I don't know if they do in y'all. Maybe I'm being selfish. I mean, that's why I'm talking to you guys because, I'm not always right. Like I say, I'm not always right. My thoughts aren't always correct. Sometimes I feel like I'm correct and I'm really out there. That's why I get on here and I talk to you guys. Um, and this YouTube streets, man, I started this true crime stuff so that I could really understand the true nature of what criminal minds and everything really involved in creating evidence for a case and things of that nature. And the more I see it, it's people shooting straight, but sometimes I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to be that person that understands and has a caring heart. You know what I'm saying? If I'm breaking up, I'll get to a place where I can stop, and hopefully it'll be better reception. Is that better? Is that better? Hey, Rodney, what's up? Hey, Susan. Hey, Kim. Hey, Aquarius. Can y'all hear me better? Okay. Like I'm saying that, and people are gonna say, "Well, he gets on his channel and he just sits there and cries and whines and this and that." Man, that ain't what I'm doing. I'm talking it out. I'm talking it out rather than putting my face or my fist or somebody's face or choking somebody out or causing some domestic violence stuff. Because I tell you, man, I'm about that life. I am about that life. Just because I'm soft spoken, just because I talk with an educated tone, always tell people never mistake my kindness for weakness because I'm anything but weak. And I guess at this level in my life, I'm just saddened by so many people passing away. When you're younger, you really don't lose a lot of people, so you just don't you just don't know what it's like to to have to bury people and for them not to be around anymore. But then you get to a place in your life and it seems like you're losing a person every other day, every other week, you know? And it's like it isn't these type of people that, you don't know. It's these close people. It's these close people that, man, you've known all your life. And then one day, boom, they're not here anymore. And then people want to fight with you at your weakest time. It's like, man, come on, really? You're picking for me to be vulnerable right now in order for you to pick a fight? I told that person they could pack their stuff and leave because I don't need that kind of drama. I told them, hey, this ain't working. You need to pack your stuff and go. You need to find a different place to go. And I'm even staying somewhere different so that I don't get accused of anything malicious, get the cops called on me, anything like that. Because I got too much to lose, man. I got too much to lose. I'm almost done with my criminal justice bachelor's degree. I have a licensure from the state. I'm employed with pretty much the county. Too much to lose over some bullshit. I'm finally stopped. I'm not driving anymore. You know how some people they text and drive. Well, I don't like to text and drive. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever gone live on my phone. And since I'm not where I can be with my laptop and stuff, I hope the sound is okay, the video is okay. I don't know how to do all that stuff on my phone, um, like I usually do. I mean, I had a cool show ready for you guys tonight. I was gonna go over a cold case. I had some information, some videos, some stuff like that, and it just didn't happen. I mean, just as I started the live, the drama started. You know what I mean? And it's like, Rondi, I'm just venting. I guess I don't know what you call it. I guess talking about my feelings. Who knows? Whatever it is, the live is really working well on your phone. You choose well when you choose that phone. You chose well. Yeah, it's actually a Samsung um, Ultra 22, and it's not the newest, I don't think, but it's like the second to newest. And you can never go wrong with a Frosty. I'm like, where is the camera lens? You can never go wrong with a Frosty. How many of y'all like Frosties? How many of y'all like Frosties? Y'all like Wendy's? Y'all like the Frosties? This is a large, y'all. Look how small that is compared to my hands. Look at my hands. And look at the large. That's a large Frosty. Yeah, I've heard of people doing that. They dip their fries in the Frosties. I've never done that. I don't know how to turn the camera lens around so that y'all can see where I'm at, like what I'm looking at right now. I grew up in this little town. It's like 900 people. Um, I used to run these streets in this park where I'm sitting. It had a lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories, a lot of memories that just are memories. I don't know if y'all can see it. See the park area. I don't know how to turn the thing. Um, and sometimes for me, I got to go to a place that's kind of like a hug, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like it has to be a place where it feels like, I guess no other reason, feels like home. Feels like a comfortable spot where you feel safe, especially when you had so many good memories. You know what's weird too, and I'm just talking tonight, guys. I hope I'm not wasting your time, or you guys have a better live to go watch or whatever. Because this really isn't true crime. I'm just talking. I mean, but last night's live was awesome. Jeff really, Jeff really did some good stuff last night. I'm not diabetic, Jeff. But sometimes if I have too much sugar, it wipes me out, man. But I'm pretty hyper, and the only thing about me that's slow is how I talk. Everything else runs like a million miles a minute. My brain runs nonstop. It's constantly going. Like right now, it's going a million miles a minute. I'm trying to slow it down because I just want to hurt something so bad, but I can't. I mean, I can't. There's no. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Like I was saying, I want to give you a nugget here. When I was younger, when I was younger, I was kind of like Koberger in the opposite direction. I used to could eat anything and drop weight like it was going out of style. And then I started drinking, and it slowed down my metabolism, and I've really struggled with my weight ever since. And so whenever I hear in that case that he struggled with his weight and he got bullied and stuff like that, I didn't really get bullied, but I struggled with the weight thing. It's always been right there. You know, and as I've gotten older, um, I mean, I still work out. I'm still pretty fit, but it's just something in your head. Like right now, like I just said, I'm gonna go walk off this frosty. It's like instead of enjoying it, I'm gonna go walk it off. And I don't know if that just programming or whatever, but it is what it is. What do y'all struggle with? I mean, is there anything you want to share that y'all struggle with? I mean, anything at all? Yeah. I can't imagine I mean, I was bullied when like in seventh or eighth grade. And here's another nugget for you. I'm really bearing my soul tonight. Um, My parents didn't have a lot of money back then. So my parents would, cut my hair or whatever. And sometimes they just let it grow out. And I have some thick hair and it grows out like a porcupine straight out. So I would go to school and get made fun of. So, you know, now people ask me, they're like, how come you always cut your hair every week or every other week? See, I'm going to cut it tomorrow and that might not even look long to you guys, but to me, that's too long, and it just drives me crazy. Isn't it interesting how we grow up with things that happened to us when we were younger and we reenact those, some of us, to the day we die? There's some things that we do that we've always done, whether it be, some people when they get in bed, quit texting me, dude. You're knocking me off. Some people, can y'all still hear me? Some people, they go to bed and then they rub their feet together until they go to sleep. You ever seen a baby do that? Have you ever seen a baby do that? They rub their feet until they go to sleep. I think that's the neatest thing, to watch a little baby do that. And some people do that even though they're older. It's crazy. Do y'all know how to turn this camera around? Let me see if I can do it. Okay, there it is. Facing it back. So, okay, I did it. So y'all see where I'm at? The little area, the little town has like a a playground. Let me get my seatbelt on and I'll take you around this little town. Hold what you got. Don't hang up. Like I said, okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm in Texas. So here we go. Kind of like boots on the ground. I'm going to going to show you a little bit about my hometown, I guess. You see how the houses, they're kind of, it's like a barn dominium kind of house. The streets are kind of narrow. Let me share with you something I did to this house coming up. This house up here on the right, this one right here, they used to have, see how they have the Christmas lights around the tree? They used to have big Christmas lights back in the day. The ones with the bulbs? You screw them out. Well, me and my cousin and my friend, we used to walk around and unscrew those and break them. And the people would be like, so mad. I guess I can park my truck and walk around and take y'all with me. The softball team just won their second consecutive state championship softball. Let me park the truck and I'll walk around and show you some stuff. I have about 78%, so I'm still good as far as charge. I'm going to show you what small town America in Texas looks like. Hope y'all can still hear me. I don't know if I can get in there, but I'm going to try to get as close as I can. They say that everything's bigger in Texas. Y'all believe that? See, this is the luxury of living in a small town. You can walk right into anything you want to see. This is the baseball field. Pretty nice, huh? And I'm about to show you the softball field. There's the concession stand. See, last year, I don't know if y'all can see that. Last year, 3A state champions, 36-3. And there are the girls right there. This was our first one, 1998, 2A state champions. And this is the softball field. Where champions are made, huh? I'm about to show you my shrine here in a minute. I really shouldn't say it like that. I'm going to show you where a lot of blood, sweat, tears, joy occurred for me. So, what do y'all think? Not bad, huh? I don't know how it is where you're at, but in Texas, football is king. Football is king. Any of y'all think you can dunk this? Over here, they're about to build an indoor football stadium, like a practice facility, indoor. Tell you, people and their toys. How's a linebacker and a fullback? There's the elementary. They didn't have those cool wall where you can climb up, all that cool stuff. You know what we used to do in that little space right there? We used to all line up. There'd be like 4 people in the middle, and you'd see who can make it from one edge to the other without being tackled. How'd you know that, Rondi? How'd you know that? Broad shoulders. Oh, okay. This right here is the junior high. See, in small town, I don't know how they are anymore, but the schools are fairly close. And this school right here was built in 1986. And you want to know some cool stuff about it? It has underground tunnels that connect to all the campuses. There is tunnels under here. During tornadoes, bad weather, whatever, we'd go and chill in the tunnels. This here is the junior high. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't really care for junior high. 7th and 8th grade, those were the worst years of my life. I don't know if y'all can relate to that. This is auto shop. This is where they work on the vehicles, stuff like that. Here's the beginning of the high school. A little bitty compared to a lot of campuses, but there was only 63 that graduated from my senior class. I was 61. Can you believe that? Well, 12 gauge really didn't apply himself like he did later on in life. There's the ag barn. There's the trailer. All that good stuff. Coming up to it. See, we didn't have permits back in the day. See, that says Parking by permit only. Vehicles without valid permits will be towed. Vehicle owner's expense. This room right here, this was health class. See those doors right there? I don't think you can see them, but before they didn't have outside door handle. Once they shut, you couldn't get in except through the front door. This used to be our locker room right here. Now that's their locker room. That fancy thing right there. This has been here forever. You know, every year the graduating class gives the school something. They kind of like leave it. Well, this is what we left. We gave this to the school. Class of 1992 couldn't get their own. They had to copy our stuff. Cool, there's somebody kicking. I don't know if I can get in there, but I'm gonna try. That's another wonderful thing about living in a small town. You usually know the coaches. You go to their house, you say, hey, I need to go kick some balls. Can I have the key to the stadium? And they're like, sure, here you go. There's the campus. I'm sipping on this frosty. I'm wondering if I'm fat breathing. Y'all tell me, right? Not that I know of, Jeff. But before, when I played, this field was grass. The track was that black asphalt stuff. You ever see that movie Varsity Blues? There is a school here in Texas where they filmed it. Look at the sun. I used to come out here. I used to come out here so much. You know, you hang on to those things that make you feel grounded in life sometimes. I hadn't found a spiritual connection at that point. So this is the closest I guess I had to that. I'm glad I'm not huffing and puffing. That'd be terrible. Geez, did you hear 12 gauge? He was huffing puffing. He could barely hold his voice steady. That is a pretty stadium. You know, I had a friend, one of my best friends. It seemed like every year around graduation or senior prom, we would always lose somebody. One of my good friends and football buddies, they were playing by the railroad tracks. And you know the glass condenser things that used to power the conductors, like you see on that pole? Well, there was a wire dangling that was busting out those conductors. One of them got too close to the wire, my buddy. The other guy went to knock him off. He got grounded and he died. My buddy got electrocuted so badly it blew his senior ring right off his finger. They were 17 and 18 years old. Sad. New fitness tip: by a 12 gauge. Buy your large frosty and then walk it off as you're doing a live. You think that would catch on? See these paws right here. Kind of symbolize tradition. We had a pit like this. I don't know if they use this for the same thing. But we used to have, oh, this is the shop, right? But we used to have a pit like this, and it was full of sand. We'd crawl, and there was telephone poles, you know, quarantining it off. And we'd crawl on one side, come back crab legs on the other. Talk about cardio. And like Rondi was saying, Texas isn't chill. You know, at 9 in the morning, it's already like 92, 93 degrees. And it's not that humid heat, that dry heat. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I feel better. Feel like I'm talking with people that understand. People that aren't going to make a diss video tomorrow about me. You know? And if they do, what sad world might they live in to have to make fun of other people, especially being a grown up? But that never makes sense to me. You're a grown up, but you're still calling people names, still making fun of people. So insecure about other people's knowledge or their perception of something that you gotta choose to one up them by making fun of them. That makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. You know that gym right there? It's haunted. No joke. No cap. It's haunted. Every Halloween, we used to sit in the middle of the gym floor, and it'd be dark. You start seeing stuff, start feeling cold air around you, start hearing clanking on the bleachers. No cap. Yeah, can't believe it's still up. Tell me if I'm wrong, but aren't the youngsters abnormally obese nowadays? Do they not run them like they did, quote unquote, back in the day? Because I see a lot of obese kids. That right there used to be the nurse's office. Get this. It didn't matter what you went in that office for. That lady would give you a saltine cracker and tell you to lay down. Put a nice pack on your head. A saltine cracker. I don't know if there's anything scientific to that. But that lady would give you that for anything. You know? I stubbed my toe. Here's the cracker. Go lay down. My ear hurts. Here's a cracker. Go lay down. Small town America has its pride. Everything has a bulldog on it. Did y'all ever have a nurse that did that? Give y'all a cracker and a nice pack and say, go lay down. You'll be all right. After a while, you're like, dang, I'm going to start eating crackers. I don't like them myself. Yeah, some crackers to go dip my Frosty into. I'm going to have to try that French fry, dipping the Frosty in the French fry. See how that goes. You know what I was thinking? Because I'm a thinker, like I tell you guys. You can't expect other people to have the same heart as you. Just because you're nice doesn't mean that you're going to be treated nice. Just because you're respectful doesn't mean you're going to be treated with respect. It's sad how crappy humanity has become, especially in these YouTube streets. You know, I don't know if y'all watch anybody else, but I can't stand to watch a lot of people I used to watch because they're so angry. And you know who the people that sub them? Angry people, because they're getting fed. You're feeding the angry vibe. That is crazy. Man, I got me a little sweat going on. Yeah, this is me, man. I don't fake the funk. You know, I don't get on here so that people have to look up what I'm about. You know what? Go watch a video. You'll see what I'm about. You don't have to dox me. You know, I tell you who I am. I show you what I'm about. Just a normal person trying to make it in this world like everybody else. Just trying to make it. I wanted to wait till it got dark. I wanted to do some research while I had you on here. Time for another Frosty? Heck no. That was a large as is. Hey, Swamp Rose, how you doing? You know, Jeff got me thinking last night with that camera, how the camera represent the colors. I thought that was really awesome. But it got me thinking, man, what if the police got the color of the car wrong? Unless those other cameras were color, they were able to give color and show the white car. For all we know, that could have been a green car. That could have been a yellow car. But we've been told the white car. I'm almost at the point where I want to go find an Elantra 2015 and go test drive it. I want to go test drive it. I want to accelerate it. I want to slam on the brakes. I want to open the doors, get about 100 feet away, have somebody slam them behind the building. I want to do all that. If Jeff lived closer, I can promise you we'd probably be doing that. We'd be doing some Mythbusters type stuff. Jeff and I get along very well. I'm glad that Jeff and I are friends. See, here in this town, we get to cruise in golf carts. He didn't recognize the truck, so he did a double take. Swamp, I'm at a little town that I grew up in. I was just taking the folks around, um, showing them the layout of the land and some of the places where, I had some of my best times. Had a really tough 2 days, Swamp, kind of like you can relate to this. I know you can, as well as other people. Sometimes you just got to take a break from true crime and talk real. And I'm not ashamed of that because, I've gotten to the point where I can talk about me and everything that's going on with me where it doesn't necessarily have to be totally focused on me, if that makes sense. He said, I was at Carmack today helping my son buy a car. The salesman there said I could come there if they had a 2015 Elantra to test drive it for half an hour and shoot video for investigative purposes. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. I knew you'd get it. I knew you'd get it done. That is awesome. But you got to do it in the dark. I mean, you got to find an apartment building to cruise around 4 times. Hey, let me ask you guys, not trying to shift it away to the Idaho 4, but I got one quick question. And this might be an ignorant question. Maybe it's been answered 100 times, but I'm going to ask y'all anyways. At 407, when that car came up around Queen Road Apartments, went into that little parking lot, did that turn, and then went back down, how come it didn't go all the way around the first time? How come it didn't go around the whole first time? How come it only went in so far and then went back down? When the other times the car went all the way around the apartment building, how come the first time supposedly it didn't go all the way around? Can y'all answer that for me? Anybody? Yeah, let me get my seatbelt on and we'll go on. You understand what I'm asking, right? Like the first time at 407, the car goes and only goes up into the parking lot and backs up. It doesn't go all the way around the apartments like it supposedly did the other 3 times. What what kept it from doing that if that was the same car? I don't know. I'm just asking you guys. I mean, I was thinking that today when I was watching that. If that was the same car, why did it turn around? Why didn't it go all the way around like the other 3 times? I mean, I don't know about all that, but I know I was thinking if that was the car, it would have went around the apartments like it would have done the other 3 times. How come that one first time it didn't? What kept it from going all the way around? Okay, I can dig it. I can dig what y'all are saying. See, we're here in small town America. She waved to me. Hey, I know that you guys see Carla type a name when she talked to me, right? Well, Carla and I knew each other from way back when we went to the junior prom together. That's how long we'd known each other. So that's the name she knew me by. So that's why she calls me that name. If you've ever wondered that, you probably hadn't even caught it. But maybe the next time that we're on, maybe she'll say it again and y'all will catch it. But yeah, maybe maybe he's seen movement and decided to go back up there to see who was out and about. I wonder if the decision was made to do the murder and he needed about 10 seconds to sit there and put gloves on or get the knife ready or something like that. I explored his theories, but I am hesitant lately. Whose theories? Whose theories are we talking about? Oh, I want to show y'all what I got in my truck. Y'all were asking me if I have little toys. Jeff has knickknacks. I have, you see that? That's the black glove. And I'm also going to show you something else. I'm about to pull over. I got to pull over. Y'all don't freak out here, okay? Y'all didn't freak out last night with Jeff, so I don't want y'all to freak out with me. Everybody has hobbies, you know what I mean? Everybody has hobbies. So let me show you what I have. You see the black glove? That's okay, Swamp. It's cool. I'm glad you're in here. You too, Swamp. You see this? You think that could have been a weapon? Take it easy, Swamp. And make sure I don't leave the sheets down. What y'all think about that? Did y'all see that? So you see how common it is to have black gloves and to have knives in your vehicle and drive around even though their stars aren't out to be driving around? Doesn't make you a killer. Oh, you've seen my eyebrows. I got bushy eyebrows too. Here we go. We're downtown. It's getting dark, so here's the railroad tracks I was telling you about. Right down there is where that happened that I told y'all. See, we're in small town America. Post office is small. I don't know where you are from, but do y'all have a Dairy Queen? See, we have that little store right there, and we have that Dairy Queen right there. Y'all know what a Dairy Queen is? And you know, with the Caleb Harris case, I called this a bridge. They call this an overpass, a bridge, something like that. You know those country songs that are written about the back roads? We got plenty of those back here. I'm about to take you on one. See, growing up in small town America, there's only so much stuff you can get into. And I really wish that I wouldn't have started drinking because once you start, you have to do that with everything. You see these houses out here? Man, I've gone an hour. I can't tell how many people are in chat. See the cotton fields? Believe it or not, whenever it rained really good, we take our vehicles and go mudding in those cotton fields. We'd go have a good old time. Now they'll arrest you for that and take you to jail. I miss the good old days when life was simpler. But there's 18 of y'all. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for staying and listening and chilling with 12 gauge. Jeff, did you see my machete? You mean you don't have any R2D2 toys or guitars in the back of your truck? No. Do you see that red peacemaker and the machete under the seat? Call that a peacemaker. Any of y'all go deer hunting where you're at? Y'all have hogs where you're at? We got hogs to tear up these fields like no other. Y'all know what I'm talking about as far as the feral hogs? Yeah, last night Jeff was really good. I'm honored to call him my friend. Yeah, I mean you can't do that anymore though. They're ready to throw you in jail, write you a ticket, you have to pay a fine, whatever. Nina, how you doing? How was your how was your live with DTS? Hope it went well. We're going down this back road. Over here to the left side, they have exotic animals caged up. You can go and shoot them bad boys for like $500 a day or something, maybe 1,500 a day. You take your own rifle, your own ammunition, and you just go out there and try to shoot them. No, that wasn't a samurai. That was what I call the peacemaker. It's a total fiberglass pipe, black, um, black electrical tape because I checked my tires with it, see if they're low. I'll have to do. I'll have to do a replay, Nina. Yeah, feral pigs are scary, man. But I used to tell my clients, I used to say, you know what, I want to go hunt them. I want to jump on their back, slice their throat, rip and put my hand in their chest, rip their heart out, and stick it in my mouth and take a selfie. Would that not be epic? Tell me that would not be epic. That's some country boy stuff right there. Really? I didn't know that. Maybe we'll start eating feral hogs for ham instead of pigs. You're just here for the tea. All right. We're serving unsweet tonight because we have a couple diabetics in the room. I was going to say this at the very beginning, but since we got 19 people in here, if we have replay people, I want you guys to remember that when you come into these chats, you never know who's in the chat room and what kind of issues that they have regarding their mental health. Got PTSD or they got anxiety or depression or any kind of issue that you start bullying them or you start making fun of them or you start creating drama, it could trigger a lot of the chat members and it's not cool, man. So that's one of the reasons why I try to keep it drama free in here. I'm better now. I woke up. I'm better now. I was having a tough evening earlier, but I got to talk it out on this live. And, cheesy as that sounds, I'm thankful for it, because sometimes just having somebody listen without trying to fix you is the best thing. How are you doing? She said it was super tender. The feral hogs? Yeah, the wild pigs. I've never had a wild pig. Like, never eaten a wild pig. Do they eat potbelly pigs or are those just pets? Hey, Glinda, how you doing tonight? I'm just taking y'all down the back roads, letting you see some of the Texas scenery. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm glad you're doing okay. Had a couple tough days, but I came on live to kind of talk it out. I don't know if I could eat a wild pig like that, a wild pig. Could they have hair and stuff? That'd be a little much there. Why don't you kill one and then cook it and then let us know, Tabby Cat? Now I'm curious. I don't. If I know what it is that I'm eating, like somebody said, would you eat raccoon or possum? No, ma'am. No, sir. I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like, tell me, hey, this I might taste the difference, but I'll probably eat it because I'm thinking it's sausage. I'm not thinking it could be possum or something like that. People eat raccoon. Have any of y'all eaten raccoon? I know I keep cutting out. I don't know if I'm connecting to other people's Wi-Fi as I'm driving through or whatever, but I keep I keep knocking my signal off, so who knows what's going on. So we're riding down this backcountry road. Any of y'all eating snake? Frog legs? Frog legs? Rabbit, squirrel, but no raccoon. Yeah, interesting topic we're talking about here. So you got to be mindful here on these backcountry roads because you have like this big truck right here. So you acted like you didn't want to stop because they feel like they own the road because they're driving in them big trucks. In East Texas, they're logging trucks, stuff like that. Look over there to the right. I don't know if y'all can see it as I pass by it, but that's a refinery. Y'all see that? That's a refinery. Pulled pork? What? Would you eat duck? Any of y'all eat duck? Oh, we're talking about the snake. It tastes like pulled pork. That's interesting. How many of y'all like to drive around at night? And I'm not being silly right now. I'm asking a legit question. How many of you just get in your car and drive around? Not to stargaze, not to do any of that, but just to get out and drive around like what I just did. It calms your mind. It takes your mind off whatever it was that you're going through, definitely. There for a while I used to just take a trip every weekend. I'd go somewhere. 200, 300, 500 mile trips. Can't do it so much anymore, but man, I was pretty spontaneous. One 4-day weekend, I drove from Texas to Florida, Destin, Panama City, Pensacola area, 18 hours in 4 days. Like I drove there, spent almost 2 days there, and then drove back. Talk about exhausted when I got back. I was freaking exhausted. So we're off that back road and we're back on a regular road. See, the sun's going down a little bit. Somebody told me I had a soothing voice. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's better than creepy. You can call me soothing all you want, just don't call me creepy. I'm still waiting for the perfect creepy definition, and I'm looking for the perfect frozen shock phase for Jeff. If somebody understands what those two things mean by describing them, we could uh we could definitely use a little help. Have you ever seen a mall that big? That is our mall. Unclean as fuck. Frozen shock phase. I guess that's where you just kind of just blink out and say, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Paula said I used to a long time ago, window down, radio up, six pack. I looked for wildlife, not stars. I did go out for a while for the northern lights. Yeah, yeah. I need to do it a lot more. My job is not as mentally stimulating as my last job. Like I used to run outpatient services all by myself, and I used to have like 5 programs I used to do. And I used to do all the groups, all the individuals, all the assessments, all day long, all week long, And I got conditioned to be that frame of mind for so many years. When I took this job, man, it's like going full throttle to going to 20 miles an hour, and I'm not complaining. I'm very blessed because that other job was killing me, but it's hard to ramp your brain up that fast. But the only way that I can do it is to get on live. So I think that's why I do it. That's why I get on live and talk so much and talk so long, is because I'm so used to it. And people ask me, do you have a cheat sheet? Do you go by notes? Nah, I just look at it and talk about it. There's Chick-fil-A, guys. How many of y'all love Chick-fil-A? That's an American staple right there. Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. Man, I'm scared to get on that Starbucks kick again because once you get on it, you got to have one every day. What's up, Heather? How's your doggy doing? I saw the picture earlier, man. That's a cute dog. He looks tame and calm. What do y'all get? I usually get a white chocolate mocha. Cold in the summer, hot in the winter. Sometimes I get extra espresso. But I gotta quit with all that extra stuff, man. I was looking at myself on camera last night. I looked tired as fuck. Had bags under my eyes and everything. Then I went to sleep. Or should I say, I tried to go to sleep and I didn't. I didn't sleep hardly at all. Plus, I mean, I had just gotten into a huge argument with somebody, so it's kind of hard to sleep when you're all riled up. And I wanted to say I was sorry. I wanted to say, I wanted to make nice and I wanted to make peace. But you ever have somebody who you try to do that with, and then they keep throwing what you did in your face, and like they just want to fight. They just want to fight. You know, like I wanted to say I'm sorry for overreacting or anything that you took as overreacting. I didn't mean to go that far or take it that far. Um, but after a while, just like, man, why? Why did you go to explain that to my brother today? Because they were being mediators, right? She's explaining it like I was so aggressive that I could have put my hand on her at any time. Like I was yelling so loudly that I could have put my hand on her at any time. And she was fearful for her life. You see how dramatic people can be and how that could get you caught up if you're not careful? Can you see how that could get you caught up? They're saying, I was fearful for my life. He just kept yelling at me. Yeah, dramatic. I mean, I love the drama. I love the stuff. But don't get me arrested in the process. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember that. I don't know who that was. I was on Detective John's and that happened. But man, I understand that sometimes you got to create a little friction in order to make the other stuff just a little more exciting. But man, don't cause a fight all the time. Don't yell at me when I'm right here telling me to shut up. Have any of you have any of you had somebody tell you to shut up? Shut your mouth. That's enough. Shut up. A grown person telling you to shut up. Have y'all ever had somebody do that? How did y'all handle that? Were y'all calm? It's hard to be calm, especially when they're a grown ass adult. Yeah. Shut up. I don't want to hear you anymore. And this is the kicker, guys. This is the kicker. This is why I'm at where I'm at. She said, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna call the cops. Yeah. You didn't call the cops because I'm talking? Well, the last time I was in this situation, it escalated and I got my jaw broke. Well, I can promise you I've never put my hands on a woman ever. I'd beat the hell out of a man, but put my hands on a woman, no, that ain't my thing. I'm gonna talk a little bit more and then I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna share with y'all what I did today in class. I taught 9 little boys, I guess, ages probably 13 to 16. I was teaching them how to break the cycle of dysfunction. And at that age, they all want to be taken serious. They all want to be taken as an adult. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. Hey, there goes that car right there, guys. See it? There's that freaking launcher right there. Y'all see it? Did y'all see that? Anyways, I told them, I said, y'all want to be taken serious as a man, then y'all have to quit breaking yourselves every time you progress. Every time you progress, you got to quit breaking your life. You got to quit breaking your stride. You got to quit breaking your spirit. Because a lot of people, they do that. They get with the wrong people, or they say, I'm not going to do this. And then, next thing you know, that's what they do. Did y'all see that car? That was that damn car from the Exxon. I know it. And it had an Asian woman driving it with tinted windows. Jeff, did you see that, bro? And Yes, I'm in Pullman. I just came from Wawa Park. Um, yeah, I mean, I told them, I said, you have to understand that every time that you make a mistake that sets you back, you're hurting your family. There's no such thing as a victimless crime. You may think that you're the only one hurting, but who comes in here every week with you to report? Your mama, your grandma, your aunt. Those people that love you come in here to report with you. They're having to hear stuff that they're not even on probation for. And they were just all eyes on me. I ought to do that for a live one time. I ought to get a wide erase board and just go to town. Just aim the camera at the wide erase board and teach y'all some stuff. What would y'all think about that? Y'all be like, oh, hell no. Orange is the new white. Blue and red, you're right. Do y'all have HEBs where you're at? Y'all know what an HEB is? Well, ladies and gent, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I don't have any enemies on YouTube. If people they don't like me, they don't like me because it's something they don't like about them. The only person I go hard against is myself. That's my motivation to get better. So try to remember that, man. When people are on here talking trash or, stirring up stuff, after a particular moment, you gotta ask yourself, what is the person on the other end receiving this? Because you can only take so much ribbing and bullying before it becomes real, especially as adults. Now, as kids, it gets wild, but as adults on these YouTube streets, man, it's just crazy. Don't entertain the drama. Don't take sides. Stick to yourself and support the ones you believe in. We're not always going to like the people that other people like, and that's fine. But everybody's human and everybody has a heartbeat. But try to remember that whenever, because I mean, every day there's women going after other women. You know, I've seen this one woman post a video of tragedy pimps for like 2 months now, straight 2 months. And I'm like, damn, I think the person who you're posting about just gets online at night to rile you up the next morning so you'll have some content to create. I mean, it's just crazy. And they go after them relentlessly. Now some of the guys are starting to do it too. It's like, come on, guys, do better. Do better. I'm glad y'all appreciate me and like me. I really am. I try to be likable. Yeah, Sebastian Rogers stuff, all that stuff. I mean, he still ain't been found. With all that energy that they're having getting on these YouTube interviews, they need to be on them streets searching for the boy. All you mothers in here, grandmothers, whoever, you tell me if you had a young boy, 15 years old, autistic, that have been missing as long as this little boy has, would your ass be on YouTube every day talking about bullshit, or would you be out there looking for him? Tell me what you do. You'd be out there looking for him, right? You wouldn't be doing interviews. You wouldn't be talking about I'm the neighbor and this is what I saw and this and that and the other. You know what? What's that got to do with the boy? I'll do a little rundown on the case probably this weekend. I don't want to do it long on it because it's already been beaten to death, but I'll do a little bit. Tomorrow, Carla and I, hopefully, God willing, unless things continue to go crazy where I'm at and I can't get online, I'm going to do the rest of the Coburger thing, or I might do something different because I can't get to the paperwork and do it on the phone, you know? So you guys take care of each other, be vigilant out there, and try not to take sides in the drama. Stay true to you. Thank you once again for being here and giving me the opportunity to spend the evening with you guys. I'm going to try to do the maestro cue the music thing. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. You guys have a wonderful night.